Dear all, in this video, I am going to discuss the classification of energy sources. Energy sources can be classified into two. The first one is known as conventional energy sources. Okay. The second type of classification is known as non-conventional energy sources. The conventional energy sources are also known as non-renewable energy sources. Okay. Non-renewable energy sources, where non-conventional energy sources are collectively known as renewable energy sources. Okay, you can note down this. Let us understand what are the differences between conventional energy sources and non-conventional energy sources. Initially, I would like to talk about conventional energy sources. So, the conventional energy sources, the availability is limited. Okay, limited in availability. Okay, available limited. So, another important thing is it will be exhaustible sources. Okay, exhaustible. Why it is known as exhaustible? After a certain years, the availability of this type of conventional energy sources will be depleted. Okay, the sources will not be existing for longer years. Fine. For 100 or 50 years, the availability will be reduced or it will be depleted. Similarly, in order to recover conventional energy sources, it takes very long period. Okay, conventional energy sources for recovery, it takes very long time. So moreover, it has one of the feature like high energy density. Okay, high energy density. That is a salient features. Energy density. Okay, it has very high energy density. Similarly, where it is available, from where you can extract conventional sources of energy, it's available in the earth crust. You can note down earth crust. Okay. It takes very long period, like you might have heard about fossil fuel. It takes long time to formulate. Thousands of years, maybe thousands of years. The main drawback of these type of conventional energy sources are it leads pollution and global warming. Pollution plus global warming. Okay. Global warming. That is why we are going for green global warming. The thing is, the extraction of these energy sources are too expensive. Fine. Expensive. Okay. The extraction will be too expensive. Nowadays, we are mainly depending on conventional sources of energy only. So, used in the large scale application, like industrial application. Okay. Most of the industrial users, we are using conventional sources only, industrial applications. Fine. Industrial application. Now you have to give the examples. So basically, the conventional sources can again divide it into two, subdivide it into two. These are the subclassification. The first one is known as commercial energy sources. Commercial. Okay. Commercial energy sources. Okay. You can note down this. Another classification is non-commercial energy sources. Non-commercial energy sources. Now I need to talk about the commercial energy sources. So usually, for example, we can mention the commercial energy sources are oil, okay, oil, petroleum products like diesel. Then we can say petrol. All are belongs to petroleum products. Similarly, LNG, liquefied natural gas, LPG cylinder, you might have heard, LNG. Similarly, electricity. Okay, electricity. So these are belong to commercial energy sources. If I talk about non-commercial energy sources, like firewood, is basically derived from plant only, firewood. Then dry dung. So many places, the dry dung is used for burning or heating purpose. Okay. Direct heating is applicable. These are the different examples of non-commercial energy sources. For example, if you are depleting forest, if you are going for deforestation, definitely the sources will be vanished. It takes a lot of time to recover. Sometimes it may not recover. So that is why we call firewood, dry dung, all are belong to one part of conventional energy sources. This is a detailed information about conventional energy sources. Now I would like to talk about non-conventional energy sources. I would like to give some idea about non-conventional energy sources. Go green. You might have heard about go green. All go green concepts are belong to the extraction of non-conventional energy sources. Therefore, non-conventional energy sources are also known as renewable energy sources. Renewable energy sources. Why it is called renewable? It never ends. You can extract and extract frequently. So it is available freely. So freely available. Fine. Freely available. Available freely. Then available in plenty. Correct? Available in plenty. Similarly, it cannot be exhausted. It cannot be exhausted. Unlimited usage is possible. It never ends. Fine. It will recycle very fastly. Okay. Moreover, it does not reason for pollution. Therefore, we can write there won't be any pollution. There won't be any pollution. Fine. There won't be any pollution. Moreover, it is less expensive. Less expensive. You might have heard about the price hike in petrol and diesel. But what about renewable energy sources? It's available freely and available in abundance. You can use another word, plenty, abundance, available in plenty. Then it will form very short span of time. Recovery will be very short span of time. Okay. Very short span of time. Quick recovery. That is possible. Similarly, there is no safety concern like conventional energy sources are required. No safety concern. We can write it is totally safe. Okay. No safety. No safety concern. But in case of conventional sources, it is not safer, right? Pollution, it leads global warming. The drawback of non-conventional sources of energy, the energy density is very less. Energy density is very less. That is a major setback or shortcoming of non-conventional sources. Fine. Similarly, it is relatively less expensive, that I already mentioned. What is energy density? Energy per unit area. So that is a major setback of conventional source of energy. Moreover, all type of renewable energy sources are intermittent. Also, more R&D is required. Research and development is required in case of non-conventional energy sources because it is still in developing stage. Okay. The installed capacity is less compared to conventional source of energy. Still more R&D is required for implementation of non-conventional energy sources. Moreover, if I talk about the PV panel, then wind turbine, the system require additional devices to extract energy. So altogether, if you consider, the cost will increase. Okay, the system cost will increase, but using the R&D, the researchers and scientists, they are trying to reduce the cost of implementation of the non-conventional energy sources. So these are the major two types of energy sources. Can you give some examples of non-conventional or renewable energy sources? Solar, wind, biomass, then ocean thermal energy scheme, that is called OTEC. Then tidal, you can write geothermal. All are belong to the non-conventional sources, so you can write it as renewable energy sources. Where conventional source of energy, I already mentioned petroleum product. It is derived from fossil, right? It is derived from fossil. Okay. All are belong to the conventional energy sources. Nuclear is also belong to conventional source only. Nuclear because uranium, thorium, that is also available in earth crust only. Nuclear. but the energy density is very high, and it can produce using very less amount of quantity. You might have heard about the chain reaction, mass defect, all those things. Within a very short amount, very small amount of fuel, you can generate bulk amount. That is the features of conventional source of energy, especially nuclear fuel. Okay, so in this session, we have mainly discussed about the classification of energy sources. We have learned there are two classification: conventional sources and non-conventional sources. So conventional sources are exhaustible, where non-conventional sources are inexhaustible. Okay, so we have to give more importance for installing non-conventional sources, and we need to save the earth. So this kind of topic, this topic will be asked for 5 or 6 marks question, especially in school level or engineering level. So you can go through once and note down the valuable points. Try to add this point in your examination. Definitely, you can score good marks. Let me know if you are having any queries. In the forthcoming session, I'm going to give the introduction to different energy sources. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are having any queries, please put up in the comment box. Have a good day.